In a fresh escalation of tension spilling beyond the battlefield, dozens of Israeli citizens were detained and questioned for several hours at Moscow's airport over the weekend. This incident has drawn diplomatic attention from both Moscow and Israel. According to Israel's foreign ministry, the group was held and later released after intervention from official channels, including the Israeli embassy in Moscow and Russia's foreign ministry. The incident involved at least 40 Israeli and dual Russian-Israeli nationals, reportedly, who arrived from Tel Aviv and were held for around 5 hours on Saturday. Around 5 hours. The episode coming at a delicate point and just at a time when air travel between Israel and Russia resumed after weeks of disruption because of the West Asia war. Israel reopened its airspace after the ceasefire, remember. The incident also unfolding against the backdrop of the sharp escalation in espionage-related claims between Israel and Iran. A few days ago, the Iranian state media reported the arrest of 4 individuals in a province. They were allegedly linked to Israel's Mossad intelligence agency. The arrested individuals were accused of transmitting images and locations of sensitive military and security sites to Israeli handlers over the internet. And on the other end of this espionage battle, Israeli security agencies have charged a woman from Israel with spying for Iran. Israel's security agencies say they have arrested over 50 suspected Iranian operatives in around 40 publicly known cases over the past 2 years itself. Is the American dream dying? The United States, which was dubbed the land of opportunities for centuries, is not being seen with the same rose-tinted glasses anymore. A new survey has found that nearly half of the people in the US today do not believe the dream applies to all Americans. Many even say success is less achievable in the US now than when they were growing up. Before the US turns 250 years old in July, The Times asked YouGov to explore what American citizens really feel about the idea that success is available to anyone. Although 61% of the respondents still believe in the concept of the American dream, only 38% think that it exists for everyone. 21% of the respondents said outright that the concept does not exist anymore. And in terms of political affiliation, the survey revealed significant differences in opinion. 57% of Republicans saying the American dream exists, but only, in fact, 28% Democrats think so as well. Whereas 26% Democrats, but just 9% of Republicans outrightly said that the American dream does not exist. About 15% of both party supporters said that they are unsure of the concept in general. The survey also revealed significant personal economic anxiety among the people. As recession fears loom large, overall 73% said that they were worried about saving money, 61% about paying bills, 59% about medical costs. Almost half of the respondents to the poll, which was conducted in January, thought that a stock market crash would happen this year. The survey also underscoring a growing sense of economic insecurity and skepticism about the path to better living standards. Half of the respondents surveyed feel life in the US has worsened in the past years, with many believing the economic and political systems are stacked against them. Despite all the concerns, only 21% said they would be better off financially if they lived outside America. At the same time, the war of words is only escalating. In southern Lebanon, the so-called yellow line drawn by Israel is now being directly challenged by the Hezbollah. Hezbollah has issued a defiant warning, saying the group will break this line, calling it a matter of legitimate resistance and self-defense. Israel, on the other hand, claims the buffer zone is essential, a shield to protect its northern communities, much like its security perimeter around Gaza. But as diplomacy tries to hold the line, ground reality telling a different story. Across Lebanon, from Beirut's southern suburbs to the towns of the south, reportedly, funerals are now defining this fragile pause. Mourners are back on the streets carrying the bodies of Hezbollah fighters killed in over 6 weeks of war. The fighters killed in over 6 weeks of war in various parts. Dozens of fighters are being laid to rest. Some returned only now after temporary burials during active combat. And the numbers are quite staggering. Lebanese authorities saying more than 2,300 people have been killed, including women and children, over 1.2 million displaced. Israel claims it has eliminated over 1,700 Hezbollah fighters, a figure that remains unverified. And yet Hezbollah refuses to back down as of now. Calls for disarmament are being flatly rejected, with the group insisting that as long as occupation exists, its weapons are non-negotiable. Israel also holding its position. The defense minister saying the endgame is clear: disarm Hezbollah and remove the threat to Israel's north through both military force and diplomatic pressure.
The overarching goal of the campaign in Lebanon is to disarm Hezbollah and remove the threat to the communities in the north through a combination of military and diplomatic measures.
On the other side of the Israeli border, meanwhile, Gaza's humanitarian crisis is only worsening. Reports say more than $71 billion will be needed over the next 10 years for recovery and reconstruction in Gaza after Israel's war on the territory. In their final Gaza Rapid Damage and Needs Assessment, the European Union and the United Nations asserted that the conflict has had a catastrophic impact on human development. A surge in rats, fleas and other pests also compounding the misery of the hundreds of thousands of displaced people still living in tents. And with meager shelter, almost no sanitation, Palestinians say the vermin are invading their makeshift homes, biting children and contaminating food.
I have suffered greatly from weasels and mice. My children have been bitten. One of my sons was even bitten on the nose. I am unable to sleep throughout the night because I must constantly watch over the children. The weasels have eaten through my tent. My situation is difficult.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.